such a big baby.
Powder reminds me a lot of those rhesus monkeys that they took, and they took these monkeys and they gave them a cloth mummy that was warm and cared for, or a metal monkey that was just giving them food, and they clung to this cloth monkey for soothing and comfort, as she does to the toy as she sits there all alone. It is pretty much direct attachment issues, and for Powder, she's anxiously attached. That means that she needs to have her person, and her person is her sister.
Oh, you're back!
And you can see how much she is attached. Out of everyone in the world, she's the one that makes her feel safe, comforted, loved, and needed. And we will do anything for that kind of comfort and feeling of safety, especially when we've dealt with loss early on in our life, when we've lost our parents, and then we don't know who to go to. This is now her family, and Vi is her person, and we'll do anything that we can in order to protect, keep safe, and be in the presence of the person that we love. And with those little tiny rhesus monkeys, they'll cling to the warm cloth mummy, even though it doesn't even bring it food or water, and only go for food or water when necessary, and then cling back to that warmth and care and safety. That is how important it is to our psyche and how we are as developing as people.
Do we know where they took him?
I need you to sit this one out, Powder.
What?
You're not coming.
She wants to do what everyone else is doing. She wants to be that contributing member of her family. It's so important to our own self-esteem and personal development to feel like we can contribute something. We can be helpful, especially for Powder being young and always making mistakes and not being as strong or as tough as her big sister that she looks up to, the person that she most wants to be like. And you can see that she gathers her stuff and puts them in a bag, and Powder did the exact same thing. But then to be told that she's not good enough to go with where everyone else is going.
I'm not afraid.
It's too dangerous.
But families stick together, you said it yourself.
I know what I said.
I want to fight. I can help.
You're not ready.
And you can see how much she wants to be able to do it and how painful that was, that crack. Her eyes she became crestfallen when she ended up finding out that she couldn't go.
You're all I have left. I can't lose you.
Vi does a really good job, though, of explaining to her why she can't go. When she does that loving act of putting the hand on her cheek and she kind of nuzzles in, it shows that Powder understands that she can't lose anyone else. It doesn't really probably make her feel any better about not being good enough yet to be able to actually contribute to the family, because when you're young, everything that you want to do is you want to be an adult. You want to be able to be strong, especially when you've been young and helpless and abandoned and not good enough. She probably felt like that's why she was abandoned. If she was better and stronger and more useful, maybe she wouldn't have been alone either.
If they come for you, take this and run. Wherever you are, light it up and I'll find you. I promise.
And that little tiny moment of when they touch heads really shows that bond that they have between them. It's more than even sisterly. It's almost like that parent and child relationship that they have, how much they both matter to each other. That last scene, you can still see Powder left alone in the dark, where everyone else is going to go fight, and you can't help. And my heart breaks for her and that feeling of not being good enough. And this scene shows how painful the feeling of being abandoned is, especially when you've had such strong abandonment issues, especially when you've been orphaned and not been good enough. She's having a full-blown panic attack. You can hear the tears, the crying, the anger, the fury, the hurt. And though you don't see it, you can hear all of the voices that are inside of her head of, I'm not good enough, I'm alone, why did they leave me? I'm angry. And you can tell she's also angry at herself. She's breaking the things that are most precious to her, what she's created, because they weren't good enough, meaning that she wasn't good enough. And if she was better and stronger and more helpful, that maybe they would have taken her along and she wouldn't have been left alone.
I can help them.
And how heartbreaking. That's the only thing that she wanted right away when she figured out that she could actually be useful and help out her family. Right away, the tears went down. She had a solution. She had a way to be able to get out of this problem of being alone and not being able to help her family. And right away, that stopped her panic attack. Because a panic attack, most anxiety is a feeling of a loss of control, of being helpless. And right away, when she realized that she had a whole bunch of power in these little tiny orbs, that she could make a difference and help her family, she felt like she had control again.
You have to work. For me, okay?
And when she touches her head to her little tiny toys, the ones that she ripped apart when she was angry at them, and then she shows the opposite of this love and affection, the same love and affection that her sister had showed her as she touches heads to them, to be able to say that, I need you to work, but it's not just that she needs them to help save her family. It seems also that she needs that for herself, to feel like she can contribute and she's not really a Jinx. She can do something and do it right.
It worked! My monkey bomb finally worked!
She wants to tell the one person that she wants affirmation from more than anyone else in this world, her sister, so she runs so proudly to her. It is so important for children's development and their self-esteem to be able to have that.
You did this? Why did you do this?
I only wanted to help. I only wanted to help. I only wanted to help.
I told you to stay away.
Even though she had the best of intentions, the worst case scenario happened. For her, she's gonna have to live with this guilt.
Please.
I told you to stay away!
No! Why did you leave me?
When we are so upset, and for Vi, gone through all of this trauma, there's all kinds of adrenaline that is in her system, and she's just dealt with the death of 3 of her family members, we often will say and do things that we wish that we never had said or done. And for her, she's lived with violence. The way that she deals with everything is punching her way out of it, and she strikes her sister. Because when you're really angry and upset, it shuts off your working memory. You're not really thinking, you're just reacting, and you're gonna react the way that is most natural to you.
Why did you leave me?
Because you're a Jinx! Do you hear me? Milo was right!
No.
And it's interesting that even though she was struck, the things that hurt Powder are not the striking. Being left alone, that abandonment, that's what hurt her. That she doesn't want to be looked at as she's to be abandoned and not good enough. When Vi looks at the blood on her hands from striking her, that realization that she has lost control and done the thing that she never wanted to do, which is hurt Powder also. And because of that, she walks away from her. And I don't think that that was a horrible thing. She was close by, but she just needed to calm down because she could tell that she was beyond her own control. And usually I would say that's a good parenting choice. Just take a break until you're able to get more control before you do more damage.
Come back, please come back, please, I need you, please.
Powder doesn't see it as Violet's taking a break and she's just around the corner. She's gone. She doesn't see her. She truly believes that she has just been abandoned again, and she can understand why, because she's done this horrible act.
Hello, little girl.
She left me. She is not my sister anymore.
She's in so much emotional distress, and the pain for her of being abandoned is so great that you think that she's attacking him, but after she just holds him and nuzzles in. Anyone's affection right now is good enough because she just can't be alone. And that hurt of having it be the person that she thought she had and that she trusted was the one that she believes has abandoned her makes it even more poignant a moment when she decides to take the bad guy's affection over no affection at all. And that is so common to us that we will take anything. We'll take a cloth, metal, warm monkey over nothing, even though that's not even real. And that's where we go to where we'll stay in an abusive relationship, or we'll go to alcohol, or we'll stay on social media, just anything to feel good enough so that we won't feel alone. We are innately made to be able to be in groups, and that kept us alive because as a group we were strong and powerful, and alone we had much less of a chance of survival.
We will show them all.
And you see that look of anger. I'm gonna prove to you that you shouldn't have left me. I'm gonna prove to you and to myself that I'm gonna be good enough, I'm gonna be strong enough, I'm gonna be powerful enough, that you were wrong about me. And that fury in her eyes in the last scene. I love this series. I think that it really shows that feeling of abandonment and what happens when we have to live with guilt of our actions, of having something horrible happen that we can't take back, and how difficult it is to cope with that. Let me know what are your favorite scenes in Arcane, and if you like this video, please hit subscribe.